Hi guys, just deciding which one of these I should do today as a rehouse. And Chilobrachys species Natanicharum, I've got a male and a female, and they're in the big circle enclosures, and I need to get them over into the other tubs with my new fossorial mix. So I think out of my list, I think I'm going to do these first today. So let's get straight over and let's see what these two have been up to. So you can see I've done 2 enclosures there, the same as you would have seen where I did the 5 fossorials in a rehouse in these tubs, and they are doing absolutely brilliant in those tubs. They're doing way better than they did in the other one because that holds on to the moisture a lot better. So I want to do the Chilobrachys Electric Blue Natanicharum, whatever you want to call it, and I've got them in the same. The last 2 I've got in these tubs, which you can see it dries out so quick, and I put so much water in there every second day. It just dries out so quick because it's too aerated at the top. So these are going to be perfect for terrestrials, which I'm going to rehouse a load. So I'm going to put the female in here and I'm going to put the male in there. So the male I think is smaller than the female. I think the female's getting on to some size, but I haven't seen the female in ages. She used to sit out in the dark. She used to sit out on top at night time, say early evening, rummage around, and now she just stays permanently down. So I want to move her over to this. So I might see some more activity because my other Chilobrachys discolorus now sits out at the top all the time. It is absolutely brilliant. The male I've not seen in an age. I know he's feeding because he rushed out and took some prey items, a roach off me a couple of weeks ago, and he's not done since, and he's webbed up the front. So he could have molted, I'm not sure, but I haven't seen him in ages. So I need to check to see if he's mature, see how big he is, because if not, I need to slow him down because I don't know how big the female is. But I think they were both definite juvies. I think this one's going on sub-adult, the female. If not, yeah, she's got to be a sub-adult by now, but I'm not sure what the male is. So I'm going to get my tub up there, quickly get them out, and then we'll show you them putting them in because I think they're going to be all over the place and dead fast. So let's crack on with that. So I think what we'll do first is the male, and I've just left these here just in case it runs and goes up and over. It will stop by these. And I think the male is definitely a lot smaller than the female. We can definitely see it's webbed up its entrance. Let's remove these leaves. See what happens. Oh, there we go. He's actually bigger than I thought, and you can see some of the blue coloration, and it goes almost white towards the knee joints on the legs, but they lose their blue coloration as they get older. But very, very healthy, and I've not seen this one for a while, and this is the confirmed male. Definite good size on it, and it is not mature as well, which I'm really, really happy with. And it's got a good size abdomen. So I wasn't too worried about, well, I was a little bit worried about that being quite small because I couldn't see it. So it's well fed, really good condition, but just look how dry that substrate is. It's a little bit more moist down at the bottom there, but not to what I would like. So see if I can catch this one up. Come on. Let's grab the lid. There you go. Nice and easy, and there we go. You can see the blue coloration there. So this is the male. Let me just grab its enclosure and we'll see if we can rehouse it and get a closer shot. So that's all I've done for the enclosure. So I've got my mixture of substrate as I did in the previous video, where it's cocoa fibre and like a peat moss compost sort of mix, so it holds on to the moisture. And if you see from my previous video where I did those, it is holding perfectly well, and you can still see it's got humidity down the side, no mould, absolutely zero, and they dig out all the way down to the bottom. That is the Vietnam Silver, which is at the bottom there. So it works well. So I've just done that with 2 bits of cork bark, a nice branch on there that won't mould and that I could hydrate as well, and then I'll just put a bit of leaf litter maybe across the top. And that is all I will do, because they'll completely web up the entrance. The male will. The male probably won't web the whole of the enclosure, but the female will. So let's just see if I can get this one in. All scrunched up there. I love the sheen on the abdomen as well. It's heavy raining outside today. That's the noise you can hear. Right. Let's just see if I can do this. If I put it like that, then hopefully it won't run down straight in the hole. It's going to run straight in there, isn't it? Wow, look at that coloration. I'm so impressed you can see that colour on the male. Absolutely stunning. And it's on the Clarissa too, which is brilliant. And he's coming out for a wander. Come on, up you go. Literally lift it up, look how well behaved that's being. I think it's just literally trying to run away from the light. Finally got some sort of threat display from the male. He's been so well behaved. He just wants to run away from the light, which is completely understandable. I think I need to leave him alone and settle. He's already been in there and run out. He just wants to get away from the light. So look at that coloration. Even goes right down to the tips of the fangs, but look at the blues. Right, so this is the female's enclosure. And you can see what I mean by the way she webs up. She did the centre, which was the original hide, and then webbed up around it, and that's what she's using at the minute. And she literally just comes out, walks around, and just keeps on doing it. And she comes up to here to drink off the actual web, because I did have a water dish there, which I've just took out. But that's all she does. But she is down there somewhere, so we need to just try and dig her out. Going to have to tip it. We have some movement. There's a little leg there, so I know she's alive, but let's see what temperament she has. She's going to explode. Oh, she is stunning. I've got a feeling she's going to run straight off. Let me just see if I can catch her, and then we can have a good look. Wow, and she has got a very, very plump bum. She is a big girl. Wonder how big she is. Easily 16 centimetres, easily. She is a big girl. She did go on a final sprint, as I thought. She's definitely bigger than the male. The male's a good size. Let's see if I can compare them. So you can see the male there. She is a lot bigger than the male. So that is going to be perfect for when he matures. Absolutely brilliant. So that's what I've done for the female's enclosure. Nice little starter burrow there. And just put two pieces of cork bark leaning into each other, which I'm hoping she uses as an entrance, and then she'll web out front and just literally go down. So let's see how easy this is going to be to get her in. Come on, on that leg, there we go. Right, I think she's going to pretty much dart off. Whoa! And escaping again, just like the male, but she's a bit more skittish. Come on, there you go. It's the light that makes these go really, really skittish. I want to get a good look, but I just turn off the torch. Right, let's see if that's a bit better. Not sure it pops as well, but you can still see it. Beautiful coloration. Right, I don't want them escaping, so I'm going to have to leave that as it is. Oh, there you go, she's going in the other entrance, what I wanted to do, look. I've done two entrances, one this side, one the other side, look. Right, I'm pushing it slightly, so let me just seal this off. Right, so no real threat displays there. That's the male and the female's deep down in there, but they both try to run out and get a little bit skittish because of the light. In the dark, they settle down, as you probably all know if you've got these as well. So really happy with those. I hope they settle down, and I'll give you an update to show how all my fossorials are doing. But the female's in there, the male will chill out and go down there. But I'm really happy with his size. I think he's 1 molt away now from maturing, and she's a real good size. So I'm going to do some measurements of her if I can. When I emptied out her enclosure, I found previous molt, which I think was done probably a month or two ago, but it's a good condition, so I can get a good measurement of it and see how far off she is from her ultimate molt. But she's probably at breeding size now anyway, so I don't think he's going to molt for a good few more months yet, which is going to be perfect. But there we go. So that's both of those. So that's the Natanicharum Electric Blue Earth Tiger, both Rehouse, female and male. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video.